If you're one of those people who's always dreamt of building their own dream home, but was never very sure whether you could afford to, especially if VAT at 20% was on top, then this short video will outline how you may be able to recover the VAT and get into your dream home. I'm Alan Davis, Henderson Loggie's VAT partner. One of the things that I find when I'm speaking to people who are building their own dream homes is that they're usually really well organised. And that means they keep great spreadsheets, they push builders along, but sometimes they find that they're not so sure about the VAT aspects of their build. I'm able to talk them through the process of making a reclaim for their DIY house build, and that includes what things can be claimed, what can't be claimed, and the deadlines that HMRC set for making the claim. What we're about to share with you is some information of a general nature, and obviously your own circumstances will be bespoke to you. We would always recommend that you take your own professional advice to ensure that you're making the right decisions, particularly given the level of money involved in a house building project. I'm often asked by clients who are building their own dream homes, and often they're architects as well, about the VAT aspects of DIY house building. The important thing is to be organised. It wouldn't be the first time that clients are scrabbling around in the mud picking up invoices that have an element of VAT that they can recover on. It's about keeping them dry, it's keeping them safe, and getting them to the end of the project so you can make a nice neat claim to customs and ensure that you get your full recovery of VAT that you've incurred. So how does the refund scheme work? Well, if you're buying goods to incorporate in your new dream home, then you'll inevitably be charged VAT by the merchant. That's the sort of VAT that you'll include on a DIY reclaim. However, if you're using a builder, they'll be able to zero rate their charge and also the charge for any materials they use. One of the things that you'll always pay VAT on at 20% are professional fees, so things like architects and engineers will always charge you 20%, and unfortunately that can't be included in the refund scheme. One of the key features of the scheme is the deadline for making the claim. You get 3 months from the date of the practical completion certificate you'll get from the local authority, and HMRC are fairly strict with that, so don't fall foul of that. That's why it's really important to ensure that you're keeping records as you go along, so that in the end analysis you can make the claim as quickly as possible. So if you're in the middle of building your own dream home, or you're thinking about it, or have any questions or comments about the VAT refund scheme, drop those into the comments box below or contact me directly. Thanks for listening, watching, and we'll see you next time.